Utah Gun Exchange, the nation's patriot marketplace.
This is Utah Gun Exchange at the 2018 SHOT Show outside of the Savage booth. Let's go in and see what's going on. What we're looking at here, folks, is the
Matty
Savage
wasn't any good when I was
Valkyrie. We'll get a little technical explanation on why that is such a fantastic round.
So
Why do people want it?
I'll give you the quick and dirty then.
We like quick and dirty.
What the Valkyrie does, and this is something I collect data. I'm an outside consultant for Savage, and I collect data. I try to figure out why we do it. Why do we even create this thing? Two things. One, it's the first time a commercially available cartridge was available in an AR-15 that goes supersonic past 1,000. So it's never been done before. Now in Wildcats, you can do a 22 Grendel or something, or whatever other crazy thing you want to come up with. You can Wildcat whatever you want.
Yeah.
But you've got Federal saying, here's the ammo, go buy it at a reasonable price. It's $1.15 a round for gold medal match. Now you can buy a rifle, put your scope of choice on there, buy your ammo, and go to 1,000 yards next week at the range in an AR-15. Okay, you can do that with a 6.5 Creedmoor and a 6 Creedmoor. Okay, what else is different? Here's the cool thing, which I witnessed it myself, and then I saw it all day long on media day. As shooters, we expect bang and something to happen.
Yes.
Now, in a 300 Win Mag or a 30 cal or something, you've got a really solid position. You fire around and you lose contact with the target.
Oh, sure.
Right? You have to. You can't stay in the scope no matter what you're doing.
Yep.
Conditions are. This you get to watch it all the way to the target because the recoil impulse is so low. It's not a lightweight rifle.
Yeah.
It's a 90 grain bullet doing 2,700. It doesn't have a high recoil impulse, so you get to watch it all the way to the target. So a pistol shooter shooting a plate rack, you see every hit.
Yep.
Rifle shooter shooting steel at 100 yards, you see every hit. Now you get to see every hit at 800 yards through the scope in real time. So what does that do for the long range guy? Bang! I missed that wind call.
Right.
Instead of some guy just saying impact or nothing, and you're going to go to the next target with that same no knowledge of what just happened, you get to go bang and go, oh, that was left. Make a correction, got it. Make a correction, got it. Scores go up. Now, again, it's not a 6.5 Creedmoor. It's not, but it's certainly closer to a 6.5 Creedmoor than it is a 223. 223 falls off. It can't do what this does.
Oh, yeah.
And this almost does what a 6.5 Creedmoor does in factory ammo. I want to emphasize that because I got a lot of guys saying, I'm just going to dump more powder in my 6.5 Creedmoor. I can do 3,100. Well, that's great. You're comparing it to a factory round.
Right.
So factory to factory, and I'll give you my last data point that I collected Monday. We had a 6 Creedmoor gasser out there, 6.5 Creedmoor gasser out there, and the Valkyrie out there. All rifles zeroed at 100 yards. Then we dialed them up, same scope, same mount, same everything, dialed them up to be zeroed at 800, which is where everybody shot. We wanted to shoot at distance, people have to come away happy. I shot at 800. And this is going to sound almost contrived, but this is exactly how the dials ended up. 6 mils of elevation with the 6 Creedmoor, 6.5 mils of elevation from 100 to get to 800, 7 with the Valkyrie. So it's a half mil difference in drop at 800 yards between the 6.5 and the Valkyrie. That's not much. That's 14 inches at 800 yards.
No, and you're comparing a 120 grain bullet or 140 grain bullet against a 90 grain bullet.
Yes. So you only have that you can calculate that out to it's going to use a little more wind, but not as much wind as you think. So it is the 22 cal to shoot, and I think in the gas gun series you're going to see a lot of guys running this thing because you get to see your own shots. Recoil impulse is low. It's cheaper to shoot, and the barrels last several times longer than anything else in the 6 or 6.5. 2,200 rounds, 2,500 rounds. If you're really being careful with your 6.5 Creedmoor, you're going to go to $6,000 or more in the 22.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that is huge.
Federal figured it out.
Not as much powder, not as much heat.
Nope, not as much powder, not as much heat. Exactly. Less bearing surface. Less bearing surface, less wear. I mean, if you rub two surfaces against each other, there's friction. You have less bearing surface, less friction, less heat. No, there's every reason for this to exist, and it's not a flash in the pan. I think this thing's really going to do well.
That's fantastic.
That work?
Really appreciate the technical info. It was awesome, and I'm going to go build a 224 now.
22-inch minimum.
Okay.
Go 22-inch. And I was telling this gentleman, lengthen the gas system. Go rifle and some plus.
Rifle and, okay.
1.5 2 inches, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
The idea is the pressure curve goes like this, and if you try to extract the case at full pressure, it's not the pressure that's here, it's the pressure that's here.
Back there,
right?
okay.
So they're equal. So if you're at the peak pressure, that case is saying, I'm staying in the chamber, I'm not coming out, and you pull the rim off. Other companies have used other, in the 308s, when the AR-10s came out, POF struggled a little while, and then they came up with a little fluted chamber. And you could extract cases because the fluted chamber would put a little gas around it and loosen that round up. JP, the godfather of everything holy in ARs, JP rifles, John Paul Gangle knows more about it than the rest of us who forgot. Made a massive extractor, just ripped that thing out through brute force.
Yeah.
What do the really smart guys do? Put the gas block out further. So you put less stress on the reciprocating parts and you let the brass go, oh, I'm going to slightly shrink back and then it gets extracted.
Both those other two options were hard on brass.
Yes, that's the way to fix it. That's what was done here. It wasn't an accident. It was done through engineering.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, guy. Anytime.
Taking a look at the MSR series from Savage. As many companies have done, they've joined in on the AR market, and let me tell you, they're making a really nice rifle. Everything from 308 up to 223s as well, or 5.56. Let's get appropriate here. This bottom one, this is MSR Patrol. It's a really nice little rifle, set up with Magpul furniture. The neat feature is it's a little longer handguard on this carbine, but we still retain a front sight, which some of us old school guys like for durability. I got the big bad Mamma Jamma MSR10 long range in 308 Win, also available in 6.5 Creedmoor and 6mm Creedmoor. Savage hasn't been known for being in the shotgun game, but they've re-entered the field with their line of pump-action shotguns, everything from field models to security models with tactical pistol grips and lots of rails and heat shields. These are imported from People's Republic of China, manufactured by a company called Sun City Machinery, and then imported by Savage. Probably a good budget alternative for some people if you can get past the fact that it is foreign made and not foreign made by one of the big guys like Benelli or Beretta. We would be remiss if we didn't talk about some firearms for our young shooters, the ones we really want to get into the sport and keep them into the hobby. Savage has this line called the Rascal. What's really nice about that, small single shot and lots of color variations, which get the kids involved and keep them happy and again really interested in our sport. Some neat features about these: you can unload without pulling the trigger, single shot, single action. Now let's take a look at long range precision from Savage. It's kind of what brought Savage to the game was the introduction of the 110 originally. Was such a value for the price point and super accurate. The quick change barrel system, or I'm calling it quick change, but the easy to change barrel system really appealed to a lot of people. Savage then of course switched over to the short action, the 10, and has just exploded in popularity with the long range crowd. This particular model we're looking at right now is a 110 FCP and an HS precision stock. So Savage, along with the other manufacturers, are realizing that the base stocks they were putting in a lot of these were not all that great. So team with HS Precision, get a good solid stock in there, and then gives people time to learn the rifle before they feel the need to upgrade stocks. We have some other variations on the long-range platform. We got some Model 12s and 112s. So 112 specifically being a long-range action, or excuse me, a long action. This one that we're looking at the bottom is a 338 Lapua, and beautiful laminated wood stocks. We got that adjustable model in the 12 Palma. That's a 308 Winchester Magnum, and then kind of a base model 12 FTR, available in 223 and 308. Continuing our review of long-range precision rifles from Savage. They are also now offering models of the 110 in a chassis, or excuse me, the Model 10 in a chassis style stock. Looking at a 110 VA Stealth. This happens to be a left-handed model. What's really nice about these, already threaded for suppressor use, monolithic aluminum chassis, heavy barrel, fab defense buttstock, available in 223, 308, 6.5 Creed. I got an MSRP of about $1,200, so your street price is going to be under $1,000. Great value once again from Savage Arms.
Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe, and go to UtahGunExchange.com for all of your Patriot gear needs.
To all those in Second Amendment deprived states, if you're reading this, you are the resistance, and we are with you. The nation's Patriot Marketplace. Buy, sell, trade. UtahGunExchange.com.